Professor Dr. R.L. Sharma to give up his opening remarks on the topic.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts with this gathering over here. In fact, I have come over here in search of a solution which I am always trying to find out, and every time this is leading us. As far as the demand from the students is concerned, I think that is very much clear what the student want, what the various stakeholders want from the university or from the higher education. That is very clear, that is they want quality education at maybe low cost, which can guarantee them a job, which can guarantee them a future. So this is the crux, that is the student want. And he will go extra mile wherever he will get these things. Whether he gets it here, he will come here. If he gets these things in other countries, alien countries, he will definitely go to the alien countries. I will be talking from the perspective that is which is prevailing right now at the ground level. I think we have already passed through a phase which US or America went after the industrialization which happened over there. When the industrialization happened, there were a lot of infrastructural activities which took place. As a result, there was a lot of demand for jobs. As a result, a lot many institutions came over there, but those institutions, maybe because one reason or other, or maybe because of the better policies, those institutions survived. India went through the same phase, I think, after the opening of this economy in 1990 onward. I think lot many companies came to India. Lot many infrastructure projects came to India that is still being executed. As a result, there was a large demand for the professionals, for the skilled people over here. I think it is because of that is India witnessed a large number of technical institutions. I will be talking from technical perspective only. Technical institutions and large number of professional universities in our country. I think everybody knows that there is something like 37,000 college higher educational institutions. There are something like 700 universities in our country. But if you see today, I think after 15 years, we are talking about that is what to do with those institutions. I think in the opening remarks also you said that is, I think there is a need to scrap those and establish these institutions from the new perspective. I think that maybe it is a point of debate, that is how to go. And as we talk about the universities, I think you know what is the fate of the universities. Where our universities stand today, if you see from the perspective of university rankings, there may be flaw in the ranking system itself. All those rankings are carried out, but still, in spite of all those things, these are widely accepted, and it will stay also. But where our universities stand, everybody knows. Either we don't pursue it properly, that is how we have to compete, or we don't take it seriously. Either of these two things are there. But I think we know that is where we stand. Same thing is about the higher educational colleges, which are there, 37,000 so in our country. I think about 6.5 lakh professional students, I am talking about the professionals, they pass out from these institutions every year. And I think I just heard that is 1/4, this is true, are only employable. Rest of the people, they need retraining in order to make them worthy for jobs. They run after the menial jobs. They don't get even the menial jobs, small jobs. So this is the status of those institutions. I think what happened is, there are two types of institutions. One is government institutions, another is private institutions. I'm seeing these things in Himachal Pradesh also, because large number of institutions and universities are there. People still have the faith in government institutions, of course these are small in number, all the seats are filled up. Irrespective whether the faculty is there or other things are there, because everything is not proper also. But all the seats are filled up. There is a large number of private institutions, students are not going over there. Professor Bajpayee also told the same thing. Why they are not going there? It doesn't mean that the demand for education has gone down. Demand for education has not gone down. Education, I think everybody knows, education is one thing which will always remain, which will be needed by each and everybody. So there is no, I think, as far as the demand is concerned, there is no letdown or there is no decrease in the demand. They say, I think these developed countries need something like 4 crore jobs by 2020. But the one reason is why the people, why the students have lost faith in the private sector, because they didn't invest. They just started the institutions and forget the end results. They simply enrolled the students. I think one remark which I heard in the beginning is that is these institutions, professional institutions or higher educational institutions, they must run like, or they must run this institution like an industry. What happens is when the industry is started by somebody, they first look for the market where the product will be sold, where the product can be sold. And unless you don't run these educational institutions like that, that is what courses I am going to run, which students, how many students I am going to enroll, and where those students can be fitted in. What type of job they can get after spending, say, couple of years in the institutions. I think we cannot succeed. In the beginning I said that the aspirations of the students is they are willing to spend time, they are willing to spend money, but they want quality education which can ensure them a proper job after spending a couple of years, spending a lot of money. So we are not able to provide those things to these students. There is a disparity also between the central and the institutions. I think most of these educational institutions which are in the states, that is with the government is controlling over those institutions. There are some good institutions, of course, which are in the central sector. There is a lot of funding to these institutions, good faculty is there, and all those things are existing, and because of that they are performing well. There are ample opportunities for the faculty also available in those institutions, because of which they can conduct research, they can make their career also better. It is not only to teach the students, they also think about their career, because their career is associated with the research and other activities. So they will also, faculty will also go only to those institutions which offer this type of facilities. If it is not there, I think no faculty will go, and always we will be speaking that the faculty is not available. Faculty is available, they are going to other countries, but they are not finding those ambience and other facilities which we can provide. We always talk about the industry-institution interactions. Industry is not coming. Industry will definitely come in case they find out that there is somebody, there is some institution where our problem could be solved. They will definitely come. They are going to some of the institutions which have the capabilities, for example, say, few IITs and others, research organizations. And vice versa, this educational institution has also to go to the industry, they have to visit. I don't know how many people go to the industries and say, we have got these facilities, kindly tell us what we can do for you. So I think these are these are the issues which I think we have to find out a solution. Unless and until we don't find out the solution to these real problems which are there, I think we will be always talking about all those things.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.